For a spirit of heaviness, he gives us a garment of praise. But I want you to know, regardless, that whatever the enemy meant for evil, God is turning it around for good. Are you ready?
What the enemy meant for evil, God has turned it around.
Look, will I fathom or comprehend this love you give? Tell me, where do I begin? Oh, hey, look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel alone. Lord, Lord, Timo, why you want to fish a shobora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything in me. I say, show, just. With everything in me, I say, show. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Every time I look up, down, middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness, is your faithfulness. Oh, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Tell me, where do I begin? Look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel money low. Low, Timo, why you want to more fish a shopora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude is it. I saw it, everything in me. I say, show, just. With everything in me, I say, show, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And every time I look from up in the middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And this your faithfulness, show, just. Yes, with everything in me, I say, show, just. Yes, cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Your faithfulness. will I fathom or comprehend this love you give? Tell me, where do I begin? Oh, hey, look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel alone. Lord, Timo, why you want to fish shobora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger, and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything give me a say, show, just. With everything give me a say, show, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Every time I look up, down, middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Is your faithfulness. Oh, I know, I know, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Tell me, where do I begin? Look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel money low. Low, Timo, why you want to fish shobora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger, and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude is it. I saw it, everything give me a say, show, just. With everything in me, I say, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And every time I look from up in the middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And this your faithfulness, show, just. Yes, with everything in me, I say, show, just. Yes, cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Your faithfulness. will I fathom or comprehend this love you give? Tell me, where do I begin? Oh, hey, look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel alone. Lord, Lord, Timo, why you want to fish Shobora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger, and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything in me. I say, show, just. With everything in me, I say, show, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Every time I look up, down, middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Is your faithfulness. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Tell me, where do I begin? Look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel money low. Lower, lower, Timo, why you want him official Shobora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger, and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything in me. I say, show, just. With everything in me, I say, show, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And every time I look from up in the middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And it's your faithfulness. Just. Yes. With everything in me, I say, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Your faithfulness.
Hi. we're here. Good. Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me? Hi. Can you hear me? Good evening. Madibaike, good evening. Good evening, Dan Tech Talk. Good evening, Bumi. Let's keep it coming. We're set, we're rolling, and we're good to go. Good. Yes, please. Good evening. Yes, you can hear me. I see that. Hi. Call on your friends and family. Anyone who's supposed to be here should pop in now. Loud and clear. Hi, God's favor, Kafor. Please, as you're joining, say hi to me so I can say hi to you. Yep. Hi. Hi, Jinadu. Chidalu Naji was about the first person to join this call, like way before time. Good to have you here. Who did I miss? Amy, good to have you too. Ifeolua, good evening. Sheil Marvelous, good evening. Who am I missing? Good evening. Yes. Let's keep it coming. It's oh, Tofati. Good to see you. Good evening. All right, let's keep welcoming it each and every one. 3 minutes gone now. Good evening. How are we today? Say something to me in the comment section. How's your day? What's your expectation? We have started already. Yeah, we're on it already. Hi, how's your day today? How was your day today? What's your expectation from this meeting? Answer me with a word and with some stickers. Yes. How was your day today? Or today is still on for some people, depending on the country you are in. So how are you today? Stressful, really. Oh, someone says I'm well. Someone says stressful. How's your day today? What's your expectation from this meeting before we shoot? As you join the call, please, let's see you in the comment section. Say something. Day was stressful. Hi, Ofanima is saying well done too. Thank you for joining in. Oh, your day was really good, Bumi. Excited. Someone is excited about today's meeting. Good. Awesome. You mean your day was awesome? Awesome. Good. Stressful day, awesome day. All right. So, welcome to Incubate. Keep it coming though. Call on those people who are yet to join the meeting. Oh, someone said her day was boring. Is that he or her? Hi, Ikechukwu. Good evening. Boring day. Let's say you slept all through, or what? You watched a movie. It's not so sweet. Wonderful day. Not so sweet a day. What did you do? Did you spend it eating or sleeping? Or were you doing house chores? Okay, so keep it coming. Keep saying, keep telling me how your day went and what your expectation for today's session is. I'm excited about it and it's going to be really good. Okay, so please make sure you find your best network spots in your house or wherever it is you are, like that corner, because you do not want to miss any part of today's meeting. Hi, Yuzi, good to see you. find your network spots. Someone said she slept all through. How nice. Gosh, sleep is a luxury, you know. Okay, so enjoy it while you have it. Yeah. Um, it was quite interesting. Cat orange whistling. Okay. Okay. Let me act like I know what that means. All right. Oh, is that supposed to be a sticker? But the smiley that okay. Maybe it's the smiley that is spelled out. I don't know. All right, so diving right into today's session. Keep the comment section going, telling us how your day was and why you're excited about this session. So it's Incubate 2025. Incubate is a leadership academy for young people. Yeah, I say teenagers, but we have a couple of young adults here, people who will not want to snooze on this thing because, of course, the information isn't for teens alone. So yeah, why not? If not, we can have you all here. So good. So it is that leadership academy for young people. You know, it's growing to be something huge and big. It's going to be a massive conference someday. It's going to be in different places, physical meetings. Well, this edition that is virtual, but we're going. The first edition was physical meeting, and it was really good. Yeah, but here we are. Okay, I said it was supposed to be a sticker. Here we are. We're able to accommodate people from different parts of the world here in this meeting. Please, you could just rep your country in the comments in the comment section. Yeah, you could just rep your country, tell us where you are from, or not by faith, just say say where you are currently, not like where you wish to be. All right, so you could just tell us where you are joining this chat from in the comment section. Well, yeah, so people are it's virtual, so it can accommodate people from different parts of um different parts of the world. Right, so we're able to meet today. If I had it in one physical location, I mean, some other people may not be able to be there, but then they could have joined virtual also. But we're getting there. Yeah, see us repping Nigeria. Boom. All right. All right. So Incubate is that leadership academy for young people. There are different vices and different things seeking the hearts of young people, seeking the attention of young people. Literally say it as though there's a battle for your life. It's a battle for the youth. And we're here to help you win. By the end of the day, it is your choice. Yes. We're here to help you win. We're here to arm you with relevant information, knowledge to help you win. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to take this and work with it. I'm a product of meetings myself. Started attending conferences and trainings at age 16. I was reading books and showing up in meetings. And it did me good because I was getting wisdom and knowledge that my peers were not interested in at the moment. And so it helped me make wise decisions. I avoided pitfalls my equals were falling into, and I'm better off for it today. So you're here on purpose for purpose. And we've put together awesome speakers. Some of them I started hearing while I was, while I was younger over the years. Some of them I worked with on this level with teenage ministry, and some of them I've heard about. So we're blessed with awesome speakers who are here to help us become better versions of ourselves. Without talking so much, I'm going to start off with a short session on self-awareness, and my next speaker will come up shortly, and he's going to be speaking on wait for it. All right, so I see you all from Nigeria, Zambia, Canada. Somebody who is not in Nigeria is writing Nigeria. Okay. All right, so I see you all from different countries, and you're welcome. Yeah, you are welcome. All right, so moving on, we're talking about self-awareness. Hi, Martins. Good to see you. Okay. So tell me in the comment section what you like about yourself. One thing you like about yourself and one thing you do not like about yourself. Drop it in the comment section for me. First 5 people and remove one thing you like about yourself and one thing you do not like about yourself. Let's say it. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm talking about self-awareness in this next few minutes before our first speaker comes up. And I want to tell you a few things you should be aware of, or else you're going to miss out a whole lot from enjoying your life here on earth. Hi, Samantha. Because if you're not aware of who you are, you're going to miss out on a whole lot. Someone says she likes her adaptability. I guess that's the ability to adapt in any situation. Good. I like my resilience. Awesome. Iberi Smooth, good to have you here. Awesome. That's huge. Ability to adapt anywhere, whether I'm there or here, reach up for hungry or whatever, I'm able to adapt. Awesome. I like my resilience. Awesome. We need to be aware of who we are, or else you're going to miss out a whole lot. A whole lot. A whole lot. And this is one of the tools that the enemy is using to what's the word? To keep you down when you're supposed to be out there living life, exploring, being productive. You're stuck on some lies he said to you, or some lies someone has said to you. Okay, someone says, I don't like my inconsistency. I like the fact that I'm still hoping and working towards that hope, but I hate the fact that my heart is weary. That's a deep one. I don't like my inconsistency. I understand that completely. I like my character and I don't like my inconsistency. All right, so we're here to hear some things that will help us get consistent. True. For my dislike, I will say procrastination. I get it. I mean, that won't reach all of us. All right, I don't like my inability to not respond to everything. You respond to everything. All right, so moving on. Keep it coming. You've got to be aware of who you are. You've got to be aware of why you're here. You've got to be aware of where you're going. That way, you overcome some of these things we're talking about. First of all, there's some people who feel they don't like their hair, they don't like their teeth, they don't like their nose, they don't like their eye, they don't like the fact that they're Nigerians, they don't like the fact, they don't like the family they're born into, they don't like nothing. You just wish for something else. And as long as you think that way and feel that way, there's just so little you can do with yourself. Right. I grew up suffering low self-esteem. Yeah. I went to a boarding school, and if you know the kind of boarding school I went to, it's not the botty one that some of you went to. Yeah. Seniors will make your life miserable. Seniors will make your life miserable. I mean, you know, when you talk about bullying, it was top notch. And so they thought that I had really big lips. And so they called me a particular name from a movie, or from an advert that was at the time. And they would call me the name and expect me to answer them. Right? And I was in what class? Just so that's like your year 8. And let's say I'm going back to the hostel from classroom, and then you see this group of seniors and they start to call me the name and make fun and sing, and I'm supposed to answer them. And then when I'm walking past and trying to hold myself and not respond, then they'll call my name now, Queen. And then I'll go, and then they'll start to say, we're not calling you. If you know boarding school, you know what that was, when seniors gather on your matter. And then I'll cry, and then I'll go. And so over time, that shaped me. That formed what I thought about myself. Yeah, that formed what I thought about myself. It seemed like what they said became me. And so I wasn't so proud of what I looked like. I felt like, oh no, she's not that fine. I felt like I needed to, when I'm around people, I'm either looking down or, I look in the mirror and I'm not even bold enough to really look at myself in the mirror. And this happened until I left, probably through the senior classes. I couldn't care anymore. But eventually, I got to a point where I started to heal. And I started to heal because I realized I realized that those things were lies. And then I realized what the truth was. And then I decided to hang on to the truth. And so I'm saying to somebody on this call just before my session is up, I'm going to continue on this topic again tomorrow, answering some questions. But just before I call our speaker for today, this is just like a brief chat to tell you that one of the ways you're going to win this thing, you're going to be aware of yourself, is to identify the lies. Identify the lies. Identify the lies. And this was how it was for me. They said big lips, not fish lips. They said big lips, yeah. And identify the lies. So I realized after I left school, when I started my healing journey, healing my self-esteem and becoming more self-aware, that God, God, yes, God created me. God created me. And when you go to Genesis, where it all began, it says, God, for everything he created, after each creation, he said what? It was good. He made the land, the seas, it was good. He made the sea animals and the birds, he said it was good. Everything he made, he said it was good. Then he got to creating man and he said, let us make man in our image and likeness. So not just was it good, but this time he made man just like him in his image and likeness. This was where my healing started from. And so I thought to myself, if God made everything and said it was good, and then got to me and also made me in his image and likeness, so I'm like God. And so I'm good and I am like God. And so everything that doesn't sound good is not me. And so it's a lie. And some of these lies come from media. It comes from people around you. It comes from maybe even family. It comes from that voice in your head telling you, when he says you're not good enough, it's a what? It's a lie. Oh, you're not pretty. It's a what? Someone answer me in the comment section. It's a what? It's a what? And they say to you, you're not intelligent enough. It's a what? Can I see you in the comment section? Oh, and they say to you, you're not good enough. It's a what? It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Everything they said to you or you say to yourself that doesn't sound like who God created you to be. And what's that? He made you, he said you are good. He made you, he said you are good. And then he made you in his image and likeness. So if someone should come and say you are crazy, it's a lie. No, God is not crazy. If someone should come to you and say you're stupid, no, that's a lie. God is not stupid. So you begin to see yourself as he sees you. Put this above all the lies you've heard. And then your healing journey begins. It's a lie. Oh, you're not intelligent. It's a lie. God is not daft. No, see, look at creation now. I mean, that's clear enough. Look at all he did in 6 days. Then that person now said, let's make man just like we are. As someone now says to you, you are stupid, you are crazy, you're not intelligent, you're not smart. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm not assuming it. I know it because God said, after he created, he said it is good. He created me. He says I'm good. Perfect. Made in his image and likeness. Wonderfully and fearfully made. This is where your healing journey starts from. And until you start to think like this, you're just going to stay low. And guess what? These battles come. It's not just like one time. No, it comes at us every time. You turn on Instagram and you see something, and then suddenly the arrows start to get to you and start to feel not enough. No, come off it. Tell yourself, I'm enough, I'm good. Not because of the family you're from, not because of the school you attend, not because of the phone you're using. No, some people seek their value in those things. No. It is because God said. The creator who created you said. That's where your esteem comes from. That's where your boldness and your steez should come from. Yes, you can't try to fill it up. Some people seek it in drugs. Some people seek it in relationships, in money, in gadgets, in fashion. You go tire. Because you see what those people say, they are releasing new things every time. So you would find one and you realize what you had was not good enough and you need another and you need another and you need another. But this is constant. I know who God says I am. I am beautiful. Come on. I I'm intelligent. Why? Because it's there. He said it. He said it about you. No, even if you've not found where he said it, just imagine that he is, and you are created like him, so you are. These words should frame your heart, just the way the lies you've heard has framed your heart. Now, all you need to do is to swap, right? You've heard these things from people so much that you started to think of yourself in that manner. The same way when you start to hear these things from God so much, you start to think, see, your shoulder pad will increase, you know what I mean? You'll be you feel good about yourself. You think good about yourself. And you're not going to be waiting for external applause to make you feel good. No. And so right now, fast forward, many years later, that part of my body that people thought was what they thought it was many years ago seems to be one of the most admired part of me now. And many people meet me and like, oh, I love your lips. Oh, it's umber. There's no lipstick on it. Oh, it's umber. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, I like your this. Oh, you're beautiful. I start to hear those things. And sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm beautiful. Really? But I don't even need anybody to tell me. Whether I know it. I feel it. It's me. So please, my one task for you now, as I bring in our guest speaker, I hope you have a book and a pen in front of you, right? If you do not, grab one, right? I want you to write 5 things. We are on a WhatsApp group, so I'm expecting you to do this task. See, this is a virtual session. You see the speakers lined up. It's not a joke. I mean, if you were to pay for this, you know how much you will pay. So let's take it seriously. Let's own it. Let's take it like it's a school, right? And so we are all on the group so that we can all connect, and hopefully by the end of the 3rd day, we're going to dissolve the group, and anybody who still wants to be mentored, will progress to another group. But let's make the most of this. So if we give a task, please do it, right? For you, write down 5 things you've heard about yourself, you think about yourself that has affected your self-esteem. Like you think you're not pretty enough, or you think you're fat, or you think you're too fair, or you think your hair isn't cool, or you think whatever. Be honest with yourself. Write it down. I want you to write it in that book. I'm particular about a notebook because it's something I want you to do with it. Write it down for yourself. Yeah. And write down what you think, what you've heard, what you're believing about yourself that has put you behind, right? Now, I want you to write the opposite beside it. I want you to write the opposite beside it. Let's say you think I'm ugly. Right there, I'm beautiful. Let's say you think your nose is too big. You wanted it to be pointed. Right there, I have the perfect nose. Let's say you think you're not intelligent and not smart enough. Right there, I'm intelligent. I'm a scholar. Whatever it is you've believed about yourself, now I want you to write the opposites. I hope you're doing what I'm asking. Then I want you to cross out all those negatives. If it was a physical meeting, I would have had you write it and bring it forward and we'll drop it somewhere. But I just want you to do this. I want you to cross it out. If it's possible, tear it off. But cross it out. I want you to cross out those things that you've written, that they've said to you, or you think of yourself. It could even be from home. Oh, they said you were a mistake. They didn't plan to have you. Or you're the reason why daddy left. You're the reason why there's trouble in the family. Oh, it's the moment you came that hardship came to the family. Oh, several things happened to different people. Oh, mommy had you out of wedlock and she felt you ruined her chances of making it. Whatever the story is, that's their story, not you. That's not you. That's not you. That's not you. The human beings may have made a mistake, but God didn't make a mistake. You're on purpose for purpose. Like, think about God and his creation. Do you think he will make a mistake? Like, oh no, your nose was not supposed to be here, it was supposed to be here. No, just look at creation and see that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Like, you don't know better. He puts the nose here. That's where we know it should be. You can't now think, okay, the nose should now be here. That's his creation. perfect. So what do you think that you have a better design for yourself? No, God created you. On purpose, for purpose, on point. I'm not saying this to psych you. I'm saying it because it's the truth. This was the truth I embraced a couple of years back, and I'm better off for it. And I'm sharing it with you because this is going to make you self-aware. This is the wake-up call. You start to think of yourself differently. Before we go on to this next topic, that will make you start to think of, oh, why am I here? That's another way to be self-aware. That's another way to win, the self-esteem issues. When you start to realize what am I doing on earth? Why am I even here? A sense of purpose will make you feel better. A sense of purpose will wake you up, will make you see yourself differently when you start to think of, oh, why am I here? What's that big picture in my heart? You have it, right? So if you've done this thing, if you did it and you want to share with us here, send the admin, or just drop it in the comment section here. Straight up, drop it in the comment section and I'll add you up here. And you want to read yours for us. So you want to read what you canceled and you want to read what you've written. That is who you are. Do we have anyone bold and courageous here? You want to do that? Please drop it in the comment section or send me a DM. Also, I'm intelligent, more than the world can handle. Boom. Madibaike. That's huge. That's huge. Somebody else, drop it for us in the comment section. Drop what you've cancelled and drop what you want, what your current thought is right now. Drop what you've cancelled. I am not stupid. I am not mad. I am not fat. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am. Who's going next? Please drop it for us in the comment section as we make welcome our guest for today. Are we still here? If we're still here, please pause the comment section for me. All right. Buzz the comment section for me. I'm bringing up our next speaker now. Yep, and I will introduce him shortly. Someone says I am smart. Beautiful. Good. So I'm bringing up our next speaker now, and once he joins the call, I'm going to do the introduction, and then he will start to speak. This meeting should end on or before 9 o'clock. It's an hour, 30-minute session, and you're in for a boom time. So if there's someone who's supposed to be on this call that is not here, tell them to join ASAP. Someone said, I have canceled the plan of the enemy of my life and I walk in the light and direction of where God wants me to be. Fantastic. All right. So, boom. Yep. Hi. Good. Okay, so we have here with us Mr. Jonah Benson, all the way from all right, can you hear us, please? Okay. All right. So we're here, we have Mr. Jonah Benson, and he's going to be speaking on purpose discovery. Yeah. I wouldn't say much. I'll just hand over to him, and we're excited and expectant. So can I do a little introduction, or I should just let you start?
I think I should start.
All right, please.
Let's not waste that 2 minutes or 3 minutes in the
Very
introduction.
important. All right.
They can know they know my name, so the rest of it we can get to know each other while we're discussing.
So is it just me or we can't really hear you?
Wow, you can hear me?
Sounds like you're far. Yeah, can you go on now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What is happening?
All right. Yes. I think it was me. My volume was low. So yeah, good. We can hear
Please, don't, don't give me a heart attack.
you. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Chinedu say I can hear well. Thank you, Chinedu. That's a miracle.
Yeah.
That should be a miracle. I can hear. Wow.
Okay.
You can hear. You
All
think
right.
they
Over to
this?
you.
Miracles are happening on the chat already. People are hearing. People are receiving the gift of hearing. Come on now. Come on now.
Glory.
We celebrate God here now. Miracles are happening. We've not even started. I know. Yes, we can, Amy. Thank you. Chimamanda can hear. That's a miracle right there. All right. Queen, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear. It's a
That's a
miracle.
miracle. A few minutes ago, you weren't hearing. Now you can hear. Hmm. All right,
Right.
people. We're starting with miracles. So, in case you cannot hear where you are right now, receive hearing. Well, my name is Jonah. It's wonderful, and I count it a privilege to be speaking to you all the way from Canada. And wherever you are, in whatever part of the earth where you are located, as long as you're connected, we are in the same place, we're in the same room, and that's what matters. So I want you to get yourself a pen, a writing pad. I wish that you have those things because I might be needing you to write one or two things as we go ahead. There are questions. I'll be asking questions because purpose is not theoretical. It has actions all over it. So we're going to be involving actions. So we're not just going to be trying to be political or I mean, sorry, did I say political? Sorry, that wasn't the. So we're not just going to try to be theoretical. We are going to be putting some things to action, and we're going to be experimenting some things also. So by that, at the end of this, thank you, God's favor. At the end of this teaching or this section, I hope that someone can say, "Now I know how to navigate my life." That is the purpose of my own teaching. The purpose for me is to be able to enlighten you and bring you to a place of understanding. So I pray that God helps us to get to that place together. If at any point you're not getting, you have a question, feel free to put it on the chat. Feel free to write it down on your paper. You can now, or it's better you even write it on your pad first before putting it on the chat. So whatever you've not written on your pad might not need to go on the chat. So write on your pad first. That's priority. Remember, a short pencil is better than a long memory. What am I trying to say? When you write something down, the other day, I was going through some of my old journals. When I mean old journals, I mean like 20 years back. 20 years back, things I wrote down 20 years ago. And I was looking at them, and in the midst of, while I was trying to read, something happened. I started remembering things that ordinarily I shouldn't remember. But those write-ups became a channel to take me back memory lane. So some of the things you're going to write today will become channels to remind you of the things, the decisions you're going to be making today, remind you the things you're learning today, and remind you how you got to the place you're supposed to get to. All right, so with that said, what is purpose? We're looking at purpose discovery. I went through some of the questions some of us asked before this event, and I saw people asking questions about how to discover their purpose. What is my purpose? Why am I so confused? Why do I feel like I have this and this and this, and I don't even know which one to go? By the grace of God, we are going to get an answer to all of those things by the end of this teaching. All right, so what is purpose? You know, in my time on earth and in the time I've spent speaking in different places, by the way, I've been doing speaking for a long time. I think it's over 20 years now I've been speaking. I've been speaking for over 20 years, 2 decades. And I must tell you, I've taught so many people on purpose. I've taught purpose in different parts of the world. I can say now, like in Africa, in Nigeria, I've taught purpose a lot of times. Here in Canada, I've had the privilege to do the same. Today, I'm doing same to you. I'm teaching you purpose. Now, there are certain things I've learned on my own and certain things that have come to my understanding when it comes to purpose. Miles Monroe will say that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. I will say it again and I will say it slowly. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. That means when you don't know the reason why something is kept, when you don't know the reason for something being done, when you don't know the objective, the aim of a certain thing, there is a probability that you might do other things that is not what it's kept for. So let me not use abuse is inevitable. Now you start saying abuse. No, I can do it. No, what the abuse in that sentence simply means when you start using it for what it's not meant for. I think the simplest way to explain this particular thing said is something that happened in my childhood. Growing up in Nigeria, we had this. We lived in a house where we had a little bit too many refrigerators. We had too many refrigerators in my house. And there was this refrigerator, from the moment they brought it in, we didn't know what it was brought in for. It was practically new somehow. But they just kept it on the side. They told us not to plug it. They said just leave it there. We'll tell you when to start using it, or we'll come carry it when we need it. So they left it there. And the refrigerator just kept sitting there. One day, my cousin was trying to hide a book. He opened the refrigerator and put the book inside and closed it. So when we were looking for the book, he said, open that refrigerator by the room and you will see the book. So we opened it, we took the book. When we were done, we put it back into the refrigerator. But when the book was going back, it did not go back alone. Other books joined it. 3 months down the line, the refrigerator turned to a cupboard. It turned to a cabinet, a book cabinet. All manner of books and sizes were in that place. People will say, have you checked the refrigerator? When you say, I'm looking for my book, I'm looking for my notebook. You say, have you checked the refrigerator? And it became something normal. After 6 months in my house, everybody knows to pack their books into the refrigerator. And one day I asked myself, why are we even doing this? Number one, the refrigerator is not bad. Number two, we're not even, I don't know. How come? Now the question is, what was the purpose of that refrigerator? Did we buy it to put books inside? No. Was the manufacturer having books in mind when he was creating the refrigerator? No. At that point, abuse was the order of the day. The fact that we felt it was normal, the fact that maybe we didn't have use for it, didn't make it okay. The fact that maybe we felt it was having a purpose for us, didn't make it the right thing. So like some of us, you are actually serving a purpose, but that doesn't mean that that's your purpose for life. Some people are just like that refrigerator. Situations have pushed you into certain career path. Things necessitated you becoming what you are today. But that's, you know, inside. Just like the refrigerator never got plugged. Another example I think I can use is this. Somebody went to Israel, came back and bought mustard seed. You know, mustard seed. The tiny seeds that turn into a mighty tree when you plant them. And the person placed the mustard seed on top of his cabinet in his library. So each time he's teaching, he comes, he shows people this is a mustard seed. Now, one day I asked a very funny question. I said, what is the purpose of that mustard seed? The creator did not create the mustard seed to be put in a bottle, to be showing people. So whenever he say, I've never seen a mustard seed, he say, wait, let me come. He will go and bring it and I'll show you. So in his mind, this was fulfilling purpose. But do you know that in that mustard seed lies a mighty tree. It is supposed to be the house of so many beds. It's supposed to be the shelter for so many people on the journey. It's supposed to become timber for those that will build their house. It's supposed to become firewood for those who need it for that. So many things can be achieved when we let that seed go to the ground, which was the purpose. But we created a purpose for it because we felt this is what we want to achieve. Just like that, some of us, our lives are like that. We are on earth, and by reason of necessities, by reason of circumstances, we have pushed, maybe because of there was a need for your family to make money, and you were the one they were looking at. You decided to get into a career that others were getting into because they were making money, and now you are stuck there. The money is being made, but you are not feeling fulfilled. Some of us, we are teenage age, so we are still at that point where we are not yet caught up yet, but it's almost looking like that. Demands are being made on your life when, without even sentence, they are making a demand. They're asking you, so when are you going to get to school? Why don't you do law? You're wondering, why are they asking me to do law? That's not my purpose. That's not what I'm feeling like. They say, why don't you go and read medicine? You know, they pay them a lot of money. Your dad is saying it and he's wiping his hand on his head. He's calculating. Just make it worth the while so that whatever I'm investing in you, you can give us back. You see? Now, that's the more reason everybody should know their purpose. Because let me tell you the truth. If you don't find out your purpose on time, people will give you directions to where to go to. And because you are still confused, it's easy to give a confused man a direction and he follows. And if you're trying to say, no, you have to wait for me to discover, nobody is going to wait. We are not parking a vehicle and waiting at the bus stop for you. No, we're not doing that. Life is transient. People are moving. Everybody is moving. So don't think your parents are going to wait until you're 18. No, they're not going to wait until maybe let's wait until he's done with this or that. No. So that means it is like Miles Monroe said in one of those videos I watched some time ago. He said it's important for anyone to discover their purpose on time. Why? Why would I say that? Why should I support that sentence? Number one, it will stop you from getting into certain things that you shouldn't get into. It will remove time wastage in your life. It will remove you from joining certain people that you shouldn't join. I give you an example, a young man living in a neighborhood where there are so many bad influences. He can decide, since I know my purpose is to become a world-renowned scientist. My purpose is to become this, and this. I'm going to be an author. I'm going to be writing books. My purpose is to do this. You would see him joining those bad influences in his neighborhood because he doesn't think they are going to where he's going to. So you see, purpose can save you from a whole lot of damages. A young man, a young lady that knows their purpose will not get involved with certain kind of people, will not be found doing certain kind of things. I was discussing with a friend the other day. He told me he has always loved planes, that he feels that his purpose, part of his purpose is to make sure that people fly safely. So he went into aeronautic engineering. He had to move from Russia to Canada at some point. I asked him, why did you move? He said, because, he said, is it echoing? Is it really echoing that much?
A little.
Wait, is it echoing? Yeah. Is the echo that, is it echoing? Can you hear me? Well, okay. Can we pause the video for a moment? Let me see if I can get a headset, if that will help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to, please, everybody, just bear with me. I'm just going to get a headset. Oh, Jesus.
All right, that's fine. While we wait for him to okay.
Okay, I'm here. Is it better now?
Yeah, it is.
Although, is it perfect? Okay, is it perfect?
All right.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Sorry to have kept you with an echo. All right, so purpose is what we're looking at. We're still looking at it. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Amy. So, what I'm saying now is purpose can save you in a lot of ways. That's the more reason you should discover it on time. When you discover purpose on time, it saves you a lot of stress. There are certain things you will not join. I take myself for an example. Very early in life, I discovered that I was supposed to impact my generation by speaking to them. So when I discovered it very early in life, I started reading. It led me. But one of the things I was known for in my house as a little boy is that I used to read encyclopedia. I read so much encyclopedia that I could recite a whole lot of things about a whole lot of things that I shouldn't know about. I'm serious. I was, the Britannica that has A, B, C, D, E. I was going through it. I was going through it. I was running when I was done with Britannica, I entered into the Western Encyclopedia, whatever, whatever. A lot of them, I was good. My dad was excited. He was wondering, what is up with this boy? What was I trying to do? I was trying to get enough knowledge. Because I find out that if you have to impact your generation, if you have to speak to your generation, you must know stuff.
Hmm.
You must become knowledgeable. Back then, I remember one of my theories as a young boy. One of my theories, I always put two cups. I said, when you keep two cups this way, they can't pour on each other. They will waste their substance. But when one cup is like this and the other one is down, you can easily pour. So I said, for you to be like this, you have to have knowledge.
Hmm.
Knowledge is what takes you up.
Hmm.
So when you pour, it doesn't waste. So understand it. That led me to a path. That led me to this path. Now,
Hmm.
the question I want to answer now is, how do I discover purpose?
Hmm.
That's the question I want to answer. I know some people are asking that in their mind. Okay, so we now know that purpose is good, purpose will help us. So how do I discover purpose? Now, if in the discovery of purpose, I'm going to teach you one or two things I want you to get ready to write. There are three major areas or three major things you must know in discovery of purpose. Number one is reflection. Reflection is important. Reflection, your ability to think back, your ability to cast your mind back and say, okay, this, okay, okay. Number two is exploration. You must be able to explore yourself. Number three is experimentation. Three things, three things that are important when you are discovering purpose. Reflection. Can I say this? That if you don't have an attitude or if you don't form a habit of sitting by yourself to think, you might have a problem discovering your purpose.
Hmm.
There is this trend I see in some of us young people. We are scared to be alone.
Hmm.
Many people are scared to be alone. That's why you see some people, they jump out from one relationship, they are eager, they are in a haste to get into another. Why don't you leave yourself alone first? Sit by yourself. Be the person you call in the morning.
Hmm.
When you wake up in the morning, have nobody else to call than yourself.
Hmm.
Ask yourself questions. When I was a little boy, what was it? Think back to yourself. Reflection. Think back. Who, what was exciting me when I was growing up? What were the things that excited me? What those times you were up, they say, who do you want to be? The first time they ask you that, what do you want to become? All the first questions are based on what you see around you. The first
Hmm.
answers. Because I remember a boy being asked to say he wants to be a conductor. In Nigeria, when you say conductor, I will explain to you what it means. It means those people that actually give direction to the bosses. Their
Hmm.
job is to tell you, this bus is going to downtown. Bus is going to uptown. They don't go nowhere. Their job is to just hang around the car parks or the bus terminals and give direction. The boy said that's what he wants to become. You know why? Every day the mom was always taking him to the bus terminal. And he was always seeing those men telling him, hello, how are you, boy? Young chap, how are you doing? All right, you go left, you go left, you go left. So before you know it, he's always shouting, you go left, you go left. In Nigeria, you will hear somebody shouting, oh, Shodi, oh, Shodi, oh, Shodi. So the boy, they asked him, what do you want to be? He said, he wants to be a conductor. He felt the energy of those guys, so he attracted him. So that's not the point I'm talking about. That's not the purpose of it. You need to find out what was really getting you excited while as a young man. What was it that was catching? And what were you always being commended for? Reflection. What was I always being commended for? They gave me commendation for what? Is it for singing? Is it for speaking? Is it for always solving equations? What was it that each time I stepped into my mates, you know that I'm the champion in this one? What were you bettering every other person on? Then the next thing, we are still on, we are still on reflection. We are still reflecting. You're asking yourself questions. When we talk about exploration, is a little bit different. We're talking about your strength. You are recognizing your strengths, your skills, your abilities. Checking. Okay, in exploration, is you're checking what strengths do I have? What talents do I have? What skills? What abilities do I have? Let me tell you, in your abilities lies so many answers to your purpose. I'll tell you why I say that. For those of us that know that there is no way we are going to talk about purpose without referring to the Bible. That's one thing. I'll tell you the reason. I'll give you a good reason for that. The good reason is this. Every product has a manual. Some of you buy electronics, you open it, you see that paper that describes how to use it, how to plug it, how to turn it off, how to manipulate it. That's called the manual. That manual is from the producer, the manufacturer of the product. And he has the idea, he knows what he has created. So he's giving it to you to guide you on how to use it. So the question now is, you ask yourself, what is the manual for a man? So the question I need to ask is, who created man? God created man. And God, the Bible is the word of God. The Bible is the manual. As long as you follow the voice of God, you can never go wrong. As a young man, as a young lady, one of your biggest assets is the voice of God. I saw somebody writing, how do I hear the voice of God? If I have time, by the time I'm done with purpose, I might chip in one or two words on that. But I want to tell you, for you to know the purpose of man, you have to go to man's creator. Who is man's creator? God. What is his word? The Bible. What does the Bible say about me? What is God saying about me? That's manual. So if the Bible says that God has put abilities in you, and those abilities is supposed to solve a problem, that means that is your purpose. It directs you to your purpose. Now, let me ask you a question. You can put the answers on the chat. Man and purpose, which one was best first? What do you think from what you've heard so far? Man and purpose, which one was best first? I'm asking. Put your answers on the chat. I like to see man and purpose, which one was best first? I'm not seeing answers yet. I'm waiting for your answers. Man and purpose. All you need to write is man or you write purpose. Which one is your answer? Which one comes first? Man and purpose.
I'm thinking.
I'm not asking Queen. So just in case she's thinking of answering, she should just cancel that in her mind. I'm asking you, the audience, listening to me, man and purpose, which one do you think comes first? Nobody's answering. Okay. Irene Bassi, thank you. Samuel, thank you. Naji, thank you. Favor, thank you. The rest of us can just keep writing purpose. You know they have the answer already. Thank you very much. So, purpose, because purpose is the reason why man is here. So purpose gave birth to man. Bible says in Genesis chapter 1, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness. What is their purpose? Replenish the earth, subdue it, have dominion. Do this, do that, do that. So that as I am in heaven, so will they be on earth. That's why the Bible says, as he is in heaven, so are we here on earth. So God created man. So that was purpose. Purpose, the purpose statement was made before man was created.
Mm.
I'll make a reference to something in the Bible in the book of First Samuel. A woman was looking for a kid. Her name is Hannah. She had no child, and she had a second wife. There was a second wife who was Penina, who had so many children. And Hannah was looking for a child. She didn't have a child. She kept nagging God, like some of us do when we have problems. We think that nagging God is the best way to get answers. You don't nag God and get an answer. Nah. God is not moved by your emotions. He's a covenant keeping God, he's a principled God. He doesn't move by emotions. So she was always going to nag God. Why don't you just give me a child so I will show this other woman? Why don't you not give me this so that these people will know that I am part of it? Why don't you know? All those things didn't make sense. So one day she changed her prayers. Now in heaven there was a purpose. And in the moment her statement aligned with purpose, she got a child. She said, if you give me a man child, I will give you back. He will serve you for the rest of his life. God said, wow. We're looking for someone that is going to stand as a prophet in Israel that's going to be anointing kings. Yeah, so if this woman is willing to give us anybody, we'll give to her. Why don't we give it to her? So he called Eli. Eli, go give that woman a son. Eli went, started with a bad communication and ended with a prophecy. Go. And the woman went. After a while, the woman came back, gave birth to a son, presented the son to God, and gave God the son. So Samuel grew up before God. But the thing is that there was purpose that brought Samuel. God was looking for someone that would stand as a prophet. A woman was looking for a son that she's willing to give back to God. And that gave birth to Samuel. So you see, many of you in your household, you don't know. You don't know the discussion that went on before your parents decided to give birth. I've seen people get married and say, we don't want children. I've seen people get married and say, all I want is female children. I want only girls. And you ask them, they have their purpose. I've seen people get married and say, all we want is only boys. You ask them, they have their purpose. Now, these conversations sometimes they hold before they give birth to you. A man can say, how I wish I could just give birth to a child so that when I start a company, the child will run it when the child is growing. That's what the man is thinking in his heart. That is also good, but God has his own purpose. Now, God brings you with an ability inside. Everything God has created solves a problem. Write it down. Everything God created solves a problem. That means there's a problem I'm meant to solve. There's a problem Jonah is meant to solve. There's a problem Irene Bassi is meant to solve. There's a problem Martins is meant to solve. There's a problem Samuel is meant to solve. There's a problem Amy is meant to solve. So the question is, how do we know the problem you're meant to solve? We are meant to solve a problem. See, there is what they call general purpose. The general purpose of man is to worship God. You got to serve God. But we are going to serve him in different ways. So each time we talk about purpose, don't always go to worship God. Yes, that's general. Do you know that what you can do in the bank sector can bring glory to God's name, and that's worship? What you can do as an astronaut can bring glory to God's name, and that's purpose. That's worship. That's you serving God. Somebody can serve God as the economic minister of their country and align the country to wealth and to people getting blessed, and that will become their purpose. Somebody's purpose could be to become a prime minister, and in their time they will solve a problem that most people will rejoice and give God praise. That is them serving God and worshiping God. So when we say worship God, there are different areas we do that in our purpose. So you got to discover what is it I'm good at. Growing up, I liked numbers. I don't know how many of you like numbers. In the days when people say I hate mathematics, I used to love mathematics. I'm sorry, I love mathematics to the point that if I want to read any other thing, I have to start by solving one or two equations so that I can be in the mood. That's how that's how somebody said you are damaged. I say, yeah, that's how damaged I am. I love mathematics. I love further mathematics. Additional mathematics, I loved it.
Mm.
So the thing is, you must ask yourself, what are those things? Abilities to calculate numbers, abilities to do something. Now, do you know one thing? I must tell you that sometimes the devil is tricky. I don't know why it's just in my spirit to say explain this to someone. Do you ever remember that Moses, as a leader, was a stammerer? Do you know that if Moses had looked at his inabilities or the things that were problems to him, do you know that Moses wouldn't have been a good leader? Because leaders need to talk. So Moses said to God, I can't really talk. I am a stammerer. And God said, that doesn't stop anything. I can change that. Do you know another person that was a stammerer? I was stammering. I was stuttering. How am I supposed to speak to my generation when I'm stuttering? Somebody said to me the other day at work, he said, have you noticed you talk fast? He said, you talk really fast. I'm like, do I? You know, as an African, when a white man tells you you talk fast, it should be a compliment. Don't worry, if you don't understand that, don't worry, I'll help you. A white man said to me, you talk really fast. I said to him, I said, when I was a little boy, I used to stutter. I used to stammer. So somehow I had to learn how to talk without stopping. So I flow, I take a breath, I flow, I take a breath. Somebody taught me that. Somebody said, take a breath, take a deep breath. So I do, and then I flow. That's how I stopped stuttering. Today, I don't. The only time I stammer is when I really get angry. Thank you. Somebody's people are understanding where I'm going. Jeremiah said I was too young. Moses said he was a stammerer. Jonah was a stammerer. So how can Jonah, that is supposed to be a public speaker, be a stammerer? You know, if I had looked at the fact that I'm a stammerer, that means like, no, I'm not supposed to be a public speaker. No, that would have been a problem. That's where God comes in. That's the more reason you don't just rely on your abilities. You rely on God. Because in my spirit, I knew I was meant to speak to my generation. The stammering was there because sometimes for everything you're supposed to do, there are going to be mountains, there are going to be obstacles. Don't ever think they are going to come smoothly. No, there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be mountains. So in your exploration, what are my values? Can I ask you now? Can you write on your writing pad? You don't have to write on the chat. What are your values? Write a subhead of values. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are your values? What are the things that you hold dear? I give you an example. Let me give you an example. Two people were trying to get $10,000. The two of them sat down in different places and they started thinking, how can I get $10,000? The other one said, I can go get a gun. I can go get a gun. If I get a gun, I could rob one or two persons in a rich neighborhood. I could get it. Or I'll go rob a bank. Or I'll call my friends, we could go beat up somebody and extort money from them. The other guy on the other hand said, $10,000, what do I do? What do I do? Maybe I should go and learn a trade. I should go and learn. And you know, the thing is that the two of them have the same opportunities in front of them, but their values will decide which way they go. The other guy, somebody suggests, why don't you go and rob a bank? He said, you, who? How can you rob a bank? Are you even okay? How can you think that? Now, why is he saying that? His values is stepping in. His belief system is working on him. What are your values? You should check your values. Dignity of labor, is that your value? Check, explore your value system. Explore your proficiency, your ability. What am I good at? Then check your passion. Now, passion is a little bit tricky sometimes. What gets you angry? Like when people do it, you're angry that they are not doing it well. What is it that gets you worked up? Why can't they just? You always note when you go into an organization, you notice it first. You are the first person to note what they are not doing well in that area. That thing is calling your name. I'm shocking you. Even while you're on this podcast now or in this conference, you can easily note certain things that you know can be done better. In fact, if we give you a chance, you can do it better. We are not joking. It flows with you, and you get this joy from seeing it being done right. Whenever it's not done right, you get angry. Some of us, we have this thing about administration and organization. When we get into a place that is not organized, you almost want to jump up and jump out of your skin. You almost want to tell people, what is this? Why can't we just move this to this place, keep this one? No, that's not supposed to be there. No, this not. Sometimes what gets you upset is the way people talk to others. You say, no, that's not how to talk to anybody now. No. That's not right. And every other person thinks it's okay, but you feel it's not okay. It points to what problem you're supposed to solve. Because the problems you're supposed to solve will always show up in your front. It will always show itself in front of you. When you step into an environment, in your house, family growing up, what were the things that you are the one that when you do it with ease, and every other person steps back? What was it that your parents can easily say, give it to her, she will handle? Some of you know how to handle finances. You didn't learn it from school. Some of you didn't learn it from no school. You know how to handle finances. When we allow you sit on our finances, we are not spending any money without accountability. In fact, I knew a little boy, a little girl, I think is a little girl, from when she was quite younger. She could hold the money and say, no, we're not spending this one. From a young age, people are like that. You give them money, they don't change that currency. They keep that particular one you gave them. Ask them 1 year later, they bring it exactly the way it is. Why some people you give them in 24 hours, they have eaten the money and they are looking for who to borrow them so that they can replace it. Now you are looking for who to give finance minister. You now go and give to the other guy that eats money within 24 hours. We are finished. You see, so if the guy that knows that I know how to save money, I know how to arrange my finances, begins to understand that my purpose is in the area of finance. The person that gets really upset when people mismanage materials and resources, she will understand there is something about me and management. The person that you are the only one that knows when somebody is singing minor, when they should sing major. You are the only one that knows the difference between the key tones. You don't know that's semitone. That's not. He said no. That's not. He just ability. He said no. That's not ability. As he has moved to another key. You have the ear. Is a blessing to you. These things points to your area. One of the questions you must learn to answer is, what problems am I meant to solve? Can you write that down? Your problems that you're meant to solve, you cannot solve what you cannot notice. You cannot solve what you cannot sense. You cannot solve what you cannot see. You cannot solve what you cannot notice. If they are the things you notice points to the things you can handle. The things you notice points to the things that call you. So what is calling me? What is calling my attention? Because some of those things calling my attention, maybe there is some ability in me or proficiency in me that matches those passions. That means if I develop myself in that direction, I'm going to be fulfilled in life. The next thing is, who am I called to? Who are you called to? We are not called to everybody. We are not called to everybody. Trust me. Some of you are called to speak, but you are not called to everybody. Maybe you are called to teenagers. You are not called to businessmen. So don't go and say because you can speak very well, you now go and stand in front of businessmen and you start speaking, and they're wondering, what nonsense is this guy saying? Why is he wasting our time? You just missed your audience. Who are you called to? Your message will tell you where you're supposed to be delivered. What is your message? Do you feel like you can correct some societal norms early in life? That means you're meant to speak to young people. If each time you see somebody arrested or a judge passes a court order and says this guy is hereby sentenced to 20 years imprisonment, and what comes to your mind is, how I wish somebody spoke to this guy when he was a young boy. He's pointing to something for you. Maybe you should go and speak to some young boys so that they don't get 20 years. Maybe you should start looking for how to write a material that can be read somewhere. Some people know how to write more than they know how to talk. I know some of my cousins, what they do on paper overwhelms me as a talented person that I am. What some of my cousins do on paper overwhelms me. I told them, why don't you produce something? Put this thing to work. If you don't have enough information to put to paper, go and study and get more information, research, then put it together, create that thing you know how to create on paper. Shift it out there, people will rush it, people will buy it. Purpose. Let me advise, don't ever pursue anything based on you want to make money. Let money not be the first motivation. If money is your motivation, you are in trouble. Money shouldn't be your motivation. Money shouldn't be your motivation. I don't know why I'm saying it over and again. Let fulfillment of purpose be your motivation. Don't get into a career because everybody's getting in there and they're making money. Something happened when I came to Canada. When I came to Canada, everybody said, get into health, get into health. Health is where to go. Caregiver, PSW, DSW, all those terminologies. I'm like, oh, why am I getting there? Say, you make so much money. You can easily even become a nurse or you can head towards business. You will make so much money. There's so much opportunity. Yeah. I sat with myself. I said, I am a smart guy. I'm a smart man. I can actually, if I get in there, I will learn. I will learn it sharp. I will catch up with it. But what am I going there to do? Would I be frustrated? Haven't you seen rich frustrated people before? You've not seen them? I've seen them a lot. I told myself, no, I'm not going there. Instead, I'm going to sit with myself and ask God, where do you want me to go? There are questions I've asked you today. Who are you called to serve? Is another question. Who are you called to serve? Who are you called? You're not called to serve. You're not called to serve money. People serve money. People serve money. Something happened. A young man graduated from medicine and surgery. He's supposed to be a surgeon. People are proud of him. But the moment he finished and they gave him housemanship posting, the next thing is all over the internet. You know what he's looking for? Management course. So one day I asked him, and we were chatting, I was like, what are you looking for management course for? He said that's what calls him. I'm like, so what did you go to medicine and surgery to do? He said that's what the dad wanted him to study. And the dad was paying the bills. So he needed to obey the dad. I said, so now that you can pay the bills, you're about to go your direction. He said, yes. He told me yes. He said, it's time for me to pursue my own dream now. I'll pursue my dad's dream. Let me pursue mine. And I said, do you know you can actually learn management and still manage hospitals? And manage, I say hospitals, health sector needs management also. So let's not throw away the things you have learned in life. But let's get your purpose and direct it to those things you have learned. And today, he's doing that. He has his own hospital. He's trying to manage it and run management. In fact, all the management skills, he has done MBA. That guy is just busy getting management certificates. He has done PMP. He wants, I think, guy, relax. He said, no, that's what is giving him joy these days. That even he's employing doctors to do the work while he's busy running the management. He doesn't go into theaters. What am I saying? Purpose. Purpose. What I want to say to some of us today is, who are you called to serve? What problems are you called to solve? How are you called to solve the problems? How? The how comes to do with your abilities, your proficiencies. These are questions you must answer. We have looked at reflection, we have looked at exploration. Let us talk about experimentation. Experimentation, you put these things to work. This is action. We are not, see, don't ever believe that purpose is theoretical. No, it's full of action. We're supposed to act. We're supposed to put this thing, we're supposed to act it out. So, how do I act on it? Create something from now on. From now on, create a pattern for yourself. When I wake up, okay, since this is my direction, I should go to music school. Since I have something to do with music, I should understand the business of music. Since I have the calling to be a businessman, I should go to business. I should read certain things on business. See, you might not be opportune right now to start going to get a big certificate, but the internet is filled with resources. Why don't you tell yourself every day I will read at least one article that has to do with this area? Because when you increase the knowledge you have of a particular area, you gain mastery of that area. And if it's an area where you have a calling, it's easier for you to master it. It's easier to master areas of your calling, areas of your purpose. So you can decide the things you have drive for. Just spend their 24 hours. 24 hours in a day. Huh? Let's get it all straight. There are 24 hours in a day. I'm asking you if you can give, how do we say it? I'm not even asking you to give 10% of your day. No, 10% is that's 2.4 hours. That might be too much for you. That might be, you might not have the patience, you might not have the maturity or the temerity to sit down for 2.5 hours or 2.4 hours to do something. No, let's not do it. Let's not take you there. You understand? Let's not drag you to that place. Now, when you get that 30 minutes of every day, you start by 30 minutes. You say, for every 30 minutes, I'm going to sit down and read something about this area, study something, read about somebody that has been in my area, in that area where you want to go, who has succeeded, who has failed. Don't only read about those that succeeded, read about those that failed. Why did they fail? That place where you know your mind is always pulling you. And also when you should also make out time to ask God, God, I have sat down, I have written this down. I discovered I'm always being drawn this. Lord, where are you pointing me to? Help me. Apart from being able to draw a map for your life from the things you can do, who you are supposed to serve, all those things, apart from drawing a map from those things, you should be able also to understand, all right, my time is up. So you should be able to understand, Lord, how can you help me? Open my ears, open my eyes of understanding, point me to the direction. Because you are the creator of my life. If I'm discovering it, it means it already exists. I'm not creating purpose. It's called purpose discovery, not purpose creation. So that means it has already been created. So if God has already created it, God has capacity to put it in your hands. And as you diligently ask God and look at these questions and answer them sincerely, you find out it's easy for you to actually arrive at the right place. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time. And I hope I was able to impact you as much as necessary for you to move to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jonah Benson. That's a lot to take in and process. Oh my God. All right. So let's have you react in the comment section. Any question Any question? One question from all you've heard. We're going to take one person because we should close on or before 9. One question from all you've heard. So we hmm. Okay. Please, could someone please list out the 3 key points about purpose which he spoke on?
Chinedu, go ahead. Chinedu, give us a question.
Please ask your question.
Olubimi, you're welcome. Samuel, you're welcome.
Yeah, he said reflection, exploration, and experimentation. Reflection, exploration, and experimentation. And this teaching is here on this YouTube channel. You can come back and go over it again and again. We're going to save it on this channel for you. So yeah, Chinedu is asking, is there a difference between holistic purpose and academic purpose?
When you say holistic purpose, Chinedu, I hope you're not trying to say spiritual purpose. Because that your holistic looks like you're spelling holy. Because if it's the other holistic, it should be WHOL. So if you're saying this particular holy, I hope it's not spiritual. Chinedu, you can help me out confirm that. Is it spiritual? But if you're whatever it is, purpose, academic purpose should not deviate from your real life purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Academics is meant to equip you to achieve what you are created for.
True.
So you cannot be jumping into academics doing something that is totally opposite what you were called to do on earth, or something that is totally opposite. No, your academics, see, academics is an enabler. What you do in school, in university, is giving you tools to work with.
Truth.
Somebody is asking, did you let her plug the fridge? The truth is that we never plugged that fridge till I left my house. Till I left house to school. I went to university, I never went back home. I only visited home, but I don't think that fridge was ever plugged. It was never plugged. If it was plugged, I am not aware.
The
I'm
purpose
not
of the
aware.
fridge was changed.
For life.
Don't say library.
Somebody says, when you have too many areas, where do you dab? That is the problem of the multi-talented. I once spoke about the multi-talented. Now, as much as you have many areas, there are areas that are stronger than the others. Growing up, I had many areas. I found out that there are areas that were stronger than the others. Then I also connected to God. And in God, I discovered the major one that every other one was going to help me to get to. So you see, you can be talented in so many areas. You can have abilities that are like a little bit variated and pointed. But the thing is that look, when you go to God, He can give you the one that stands out that other ones can help you get to. Then if you look at these questions intricately and look at it, you will find out that there are certain things that you are that they give you more joy and you are far better in them than others. Then you will sincerely, by studying yourself and studying the things around you, you find out how they can connect. Because I'm telling people, you see multi-talented people, one of the things they fail to do is calm down to see how things connect for them. Because everything is popping. Anyone they touch is working. So it can become a problem. And then 10 years down the line, they are still touching and it's working. Their excitement is that things are working, but they are not going anywhere. So you must be able to calm yourself down. Check how it connects. Go to God. And you go. Academic purpose should be okay. Any other question?
Thank you very much. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, Chinedu answered to say that what he meant by holistic purpose was spiritual purpose, or I guess you.
Oh, spirit, but Chinedu, spiritual purpose is the only purpose now. Academic purpose is to help spiritual purpose.
It's to help spiritual.
That's the truth, because spiritual purpose is the real purpose of man. I don't know why he decided to call it spiritual purpose. It's called purpose. Remove the spiritual. It's called purpose. Because you are not the one that created yourself. It's called purpose. So your purpose in life, that one that God can give to you, That one is the real purpose. And that's the one that your academics should get towards. If God is calling you to help people come out of problems, to help people from being falsely accused, falsely imprisoned, you now decide my academics, I'll go to law. I'll go and study law. You see, your academic purpose now is aligning to your real purpose in life. Because you want somebody that when they were little, their mom died because there was no medical attention. Now, you see, pain is about to create a purpose for the person. What if that is not the person's purpose? I've seen people do that, and after a while, they find out that it's not the purpose they veer off. But let's assume that that's the person's purpose. That means he's supposed to go to medicine and surgery. Now, that's academic purpose. So, like a young man that said, he's always paid whenever he hears about plane crash and plane not being. So he had to go aeronautic engineering. It was a very brave thing for him to do. He took him when the day he told me his story, it took us a while. So it's a long story I can't tell you now, but it took him so many things to get to where he is because he knows that's what he wants to achieve. So what marks the shift in your search for purpose? My encounter with God. I can't talk to it there. What marked the shift in my search for purpose was the day I encountered God. If there is any other thing that is inside there, you can discover for yourself. But I tell you, encounter God. When you meet God, the shift is not ordinary shift. It will move you. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you very much. That was very direct. Yes, so marked the shift in your search for purpose, encounter God. So brings us back to this point that God created you, and to find you, you need to meet God. And it is no rocket science. It's just by fellowship with Him, spending time with Him, talking to Him, reading the Word. And it's not a day thing. It's not like, all right, this day I'm going to this secret place and I want to see it now. It's a process. The more you be with Him, the more you know Him, the more you know
It's
you.
a process.
Yeah, it is a process. The more
It's
you
a
know you, and
process.
then you go on and we keep growing and getting better. And I
Sure,
mean,
you're welcome.
yeah, thank you very much, sir. And with this, we come to the end of today's session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right, so we come to the end of today's session. I hope you had a great time. Right. See you tomorrow, 7:30. If you have questions and comments and every other thing, take it to the WhatsApp group. If you have friends that you think should be part of this, please spread the word. Let them join in on it, or on let them join the group, and we would send the links to them, and they should be part of this session. This is recorded and will be available for you to listen over and over again on this YouTube channel. So please take your time, go over it again. I mean, I read some of the books he talked about by Miles Monroe, and I heard some of these things. And that was when my own journey began. Yeah, I actually started out studying law. Yeah. And then I came across this book on vision and purpose that made me realize this thing he said, that education is supposed to be a tool to help you fulfill purpose. And so I left for education because I realized that I have a lot to do with young people. It was in my heart strong. I knew that I had to reach, equip, teach young people. And so I left for education and I studied education, and it's what I'm doing. It just equipped me to fulfill purpose. I'm currently doing my master's in education leadership, and it's still in line with purpose. So we're not just going to go and study one course far away from what you really love to do. And the dynamic is there. I know that sometimes, your parents want you to study a particular thing and there's nothing you can do about it. That's a different case. And we're going to get to that. If you have questions, we can tell you how to navigate that. Well, however, if you're at this point where you're trying to make a choice of course, please pick something that is in line with what you love to do, with all these things we've described. All right, because I do not want to keep us past 9 o'clock. Thank you so much. Sofarati said she had an amazing time. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm glad you did have an amazing time. See you all tomorrow. Peace. Bye. Cheers. Bye. Bye. Let me play some music for us as we go. Thank you all for coming.
Look will I fathom or comprehend the sly you give? Tell me, where do I begin? Oh, hey, look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel alone. Lord, Lord, Timo, why you want to fish shobora? Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything. Give me a say, show, just.
Thank you. Bye. 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 God's favor. Bye. You're welcome. Bye, Naji. See you all tomorrow.
Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Every time I look up, down, middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Is your faithfulness. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Tell me, where do I begin? Look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel money low.